Okay. Philippe, près de American Studios. Fuck, it's already 10:35.
Hello?
Hi Karen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is it okay if I do that? If I have Philippe's name, have your email as a primary, and then his as the CC?
If you want.
Or, I mean-
Because, is there a specific reason? I'm sorry.
Well, I figure you're the one that's paying the invoices, so, you know.
Yeah, I am for now, for sure, yeah.
Okay. But I mean, because I was worried that you didn't get it. But if you got it, I can just go ahead and recreate the invoice.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It would not show, and then finally it showed up.
Yeah, because when you said you didn't receive it, I thought maybe there was an issue when I CC someone. So I was just gonna go in, cancel it, edit the but I'll go ahead and I will just duplicate the last one, and I'll just leave you as the CC on it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Okay. All right, I'll send it over in like.
As long as we're both copied as we move forward, then that works for sure.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll make sure that happens.
All right,
Thanks,
you.
Karen. Take care.
Okay,
Bye
bye.
bye.
Apparently there's a hot mic in the room.
Why are the mics live? MSRA.com. Service date, schedule, due, April 2nd. Okay. All right, you guys ready?
All right, let's do it.
You can stay in here if you want, Robin. Or not.
Are we staying here? Let's stay here.
You don't have to, but. What did they hear on the hot mic?
Just you, but it might have just been for a few seconds. Like I hit the mute group off for like maybe 10 seconds is what I'm thinking it was.
Echo though, right?
Yeah, your mute group was off, yeah. But I was doing testing over there. Yeah, that was my fault.
It's all good. Well, they're doing a giveaway. Welcome back to the Trading Show. My name is David. I'm joined with the Zen Master,
JP.
I'm happy we ironed that out yesterday. Are we both on Bitcoin?
We are, yeah. Pretty dark, yeah.
But
Dark day.
We got light.
Hoping not.
Actually, Bitcoin rallied up to 68,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We just got a major rejection though on the 4 hour.
Before we get into trading, I'd like to point your direction to the top left of your screen.
You can see we're very proud to announce that we partnered with Tangem. You guys want to talk about Tangem all the time? It's my favorite wallet. I have it. I use it. Number one. And well, now our channel is sponsored by them. And so a big thank you to Tangem. If you want to secure your crypto, trust me when I tell you, there is no better wallet than Tangem when it comes to functionality, safety, and literally everything else you want in a hardware wallet. There's a link in the description. You do save a little bit of money if you use our code. And so a big thank you to Tangem for sponsoring today's trading show. Okay, JP. Also, I spoke to our friends over at Breakout, and they want to do a little giveaway, man.
What do they want to do?
So here's the giveaway from. Okay.
Whoa. 1 second.
So as far as some giveaways, let's go ahead and put this on real quick. So we got a breakout giveaway here. Breakout times Sin City Crypto. So you guys know we've also partnered with Breakout Prop Firm. Think of it like taking a trading test for a flat fee. And then after you take that test, if you pass your evaluation, if you pass your test, then you will get funded up to $250K. So what they're doing is they're giving away one $25,000 evaluation account and then two $10,000 evaluation accounts. For the 25K one, the first person from our community who receives a payout, so you trade, you make money, you take a payout, the first person to do that and posts it in our Discord, we will give you, via Breakout, a free $25,000 Breakout evaluation account. The other two are going to be random. They'll just do a random drawing. Okay. You have to be a first-time user, and you have to have an account first. And so big thank you to Breakout. We're excited to do this. I'm actually itching close to a payout here as well. I think I'm up like almost $600 on my account.
Ooh.
So there you go. I've already made my $250 back because 50K account costs $250. So we're gonna do a lot more of this. We're gonna do some trading on Breakout. We'll do some trading on some of the other exchanges like Bitunix. We'll take a look at price action. Speaking of taking a look at price action, JP, can we take a look at price action?
Let's take a look at price action.
For Bitcoin specifically.
Bitcoin, yeah, had a little run up. I was just looking at the NASDAQ and S&P.
My boy got the double, huh?
I got the double, yeah,
Okay.
on top of it. This is actually the NASDAQ and S&P I was looking at.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Can you sometime this week, next week, can you upload those photos on your phone of your home setup?
Sure.
To the PC so we can show the people?
I'll put it on the Discord. I'll put it on the Discord,
good.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it. Okay. What do we got, man? We got that run up again over 68.2, but it looks like
All right, let's look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart right now. 15-minute chart, big run up this morning. Looks like we got rejected at a zone that I expected us to somewhat get rejected at, 68,400 area. The reason why I expected that is because if you look at a 4-hour time frame, I've been drawing this widening, broadening wedge here. It also resembles a bear flag for Bitcoin, and that has been the resistance zone for a while now. So we've been bouncing around in this pattern. And, I was in a trade earlier and last night, and honestly, we're in the middle of the range. The more probable setups would be short in the top of this range or long in the bottom of the range. And it looks like there was a nice short trade that could have been triggered here. Just not too long ago.
Did you get in?
I didn't get in, no. I was getting ready for the show. But yeah, a rejection right there, 68,400 region.
So is it too late now?
Maybe not.
No?
Maybe not. We'll look into it. But I just want to, I don't know, just make sure we're doing the right thing here. And I was looking at, why is traditional finance running up? Or was it just a big fake out?
Wasn't there a press conference today with the Secretary of War?
I wouldn't be surprised. I did not hear about it, though.
There was. Yeah, you know what?
Any relevant details?
That's okay. So here's something that just hit the timeline. It's about an hour ago. Iran's president Pezeshkian says Iran's ready to end the war with the U.S. but wants guarantees. Stocks are surging on the news. We had I was looking for it, but we had man, this dude is jacked. We had the Secretary of War and General, they call him Tim Raising Cane.
Raising Cane's, like the chicken finger place, right?
His last name is Kane, so they
Okay.
Raising Cane. Anyways, so they had a press conference this morning, but I was sifting through. I couldn't find anything. If I do find something, maybe they said something. But I don't know, JP, even if the news is good, because obviously markets moved up, they want to end the war.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin spiked above 68.5 and then just completely gave it all back.
Gave it all back.
Like literally. And look at this, JP. This is on the 1 hour. Look at that massive liquidity grab here, right? As highlighted by the kind of bordered wicks up here on my chart. You see this? Liquidity grab. This happened yesterday at 6 p.m. Bitcoin spilled off like it would just happen right now.
Yep.
Green dot of doom, green dot of doom. And we've literally given back the entirety of this 1 hour candle, which opened at 67.6, ran up to 68.6. So this is a more than $1,000 swing in what, like 8 minutes? A lot of volatility. Is this dump going to continue? I don't know, man. I kind of think, I mean, I don't know, just... I think this dump's going to continue, man.
I think so, but we probably got to zoom out. And here's liquidity, if that makes any difference. It still looks flip a coin odds on a 5 minute. But let's zoom out. I think we got to look at the daily, man. The daily and the 4 hour. Okay, that favors the downside, I would say. More liquidity, more volume, more concentration to the downside. Let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, it looks like we're closer to the bottom. Bottom side liquidity, more concentrated, more volume to the bottom. Based on liquidity, this is a 4 hour chart here.
Okay.
And then let's look at an actual 4 hour chart once again. And then let's go back to the daily. Once again, we got rejected from the top of this pattern. That was high probability setup. I wish I took that short. Stokes very high. And now, on the contrary, you have the momentum heading into the positive and with a green dot. You never know what can happen there. Let's look at the daily time frame. We're in somewhat of a mini bear flag, within the bear flag. It's a gigantic bear flag that could break down, or it is that cup and handle reversal pattern. Let's get this out the way. Yeah, do we have a fresh green dot here? On the daily, interesting.
Green dot on the daily?
Fresh green dot on the daily for Bitcoin. The first time I'm seeing this, it must have just flashed. It's not printed yet. It needs another 6 hours to print this candle. The Stokes is low and starting to curve up. You got 2 green daily candles in a row. Is there a mini reversal forming here? I mean, we have to be open-minded and consider that.
That's on the daily?
That's on the daily. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
I know it doesn't match sentiment, but I think we need to, trust the charts, I think, more than our emotions and the sentiment of the people. Because the charts are the sentiment of the people at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got a point.
What do you think, chat?
67920. I'm lining up a trade right now. 67920. Let's see what this looks like.
You're trying to short this, huh?
Yeah.
5 minute time frame?
Nah, 15.
15.
So I'm torn because volume dropped significantly on the last 15-minute candle that closed. All right, that's kind of what I'm looking at. We had bear div that already played out. We got VWAP sitting up here. The last time price got up here prior to the breakout, VWAP rejected, right? We had almost a perfect VWAP VWAP rejection. We had some confluence there with the high volume node. We got rejected. On the way up, we broke above, came back, closed on a retest above VWAP, and then we had that big spike. Well, now we are trading below that same VWAP, that upper band on the 15-minute. And I wanted to get in on a bearish retest. But volume did drop. That's on the 15. Let me check the 10. Volume dropping on the 10, volume dropping on the 5, red X on the 5. I think it could be dangerous to kind of short this, huh?
It's risky on the smaller time frames. I've gotten chopped up this morning. I've gotten chopped up last night. I want to zoom out. If I'm going to short this or long it, it has to be on a bigger time frame for me.
But how do you not short this 1 hour, bro? Look at that. I mean, you love trading these big wicks, right?
Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a nice wick.
That's a massive wick.
It's a nice wick. But what's the structure? Let's kind of zoom out here. Big old bear flag. I'm still seeing this broadening wedge. That's the main pattern I'm seeing. Those do break down, but we're about, we missed the top of the pattern. That's the ideal entry.
Yeah.
We're about, 30% down. You have about, 70%, maybe 60% of the move left here. I just don't like entering the trade in the middle range. That's the chop range, as you can see. It's been very volatile and choppy in the middle of the range. So what I meant, like, high probability setup is long in here, short in here and long in here, possibly based on divergence. I'm a little bit late. You're a little bit late, but we can, 1 hour, House of Stokes is kind of right in the middle, almost to the top of the range. You still have your green dot. Your volume is increasing as far as the VWAP, your volume weighted average. And also the actual volume is increasing. You see that?
Yeah.
Volume is increasing.
We'll see if that candle closes red or green, my friend, because...
Yeah. That could turn to a red volume candle.
Correct, right. Which would eclipse the previous...
True.
Like 5 volume candles, right?
True.
Oh, the previous like 10. Okay, so... Man, I'm kind of torn.
To be fair, I'm looking at the NASDAQ similar to Bitcoin. On this move up right now, we do have some pretty clear bearish divergence. It looks like it may want to dump, and it's even, resembling, head and shoulders here.
But did it already break? And is it retesting that neckline?
It looks like it, yeah. It does look like it.
I think we're both kind of torn here, huh?
We're a little bit torn. Oh, for the bigger move overall, I'm eyeing down. I just don't like the 5 minute, anything under 1 hour entry right now. I'm not liking the probability setup for anything under 1 hour. Let's see.
These are the silence is the wheels turning in our brains.
In other news, my gold trade is up.
It is? Nice.
Remember I long gold on the daily yesterday?
I do remember.
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah. 62%, $309 right now. Close it. We're just getting started. Check out the 4 hour here.
That looks good.
That looks good. The idea behind this trade was, more uncertainty, the war worsens, the economy gets worse. People look for the safe haven in gold. And gold was already on discount. It was a major discount on gold. So I bought what could be a daily bottom. And it's breaking out. I really like this position.
What's your TP?
I'm not going to let it go all the way up there.
$8,000?
The TP is all-time high, around 5,624. We could put in an all-time high for gold, the way things are looking. But I'll probably take profit halfway through. Maybe more realistically around here, around 5,099, about $1,200 in profit. Risking $500 here. I like the trade.
Was that 2.5 to 1? 2.2 to 1?
I like the trade. Let's see. Long. So it's actually like a 4.
Yeah, but if
right
you
now.
take the profit at 5,000, it becomes what?
Yeah, that makes it way higher. So that's that five. Okay, I'm back at 5,400. Yeah, let me put it back down to 5,099. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I'm assuming if you're going to move your TP target down, you're going to move your stop loss up.
So that makes it more like a 2.3, 1 to 2.3.
But let me ask you a question. If you're going to move your TP down, does it make sense to move your stop loss up?
Yes. And I would most likely move my just move my stop loss up. I normally leave my TP alone. My TP rarely ever gets hit unless I'm not at the computer and it just runs.
But your stop loss.
A stop loss will likely take me out in profit.
Got it.
And it's almost time to do that. If we get above this 21 MA here on this 1 day chart and, maybe start bullishly retesting, then it'll be time to raise the stop loss. But I like it. This is a trade I just let run. Very zen trade.
Okay. I'm still toying with this trade setup here.
Yeah, you want to get in on this trade. You don't want to miss the action.
So here's what I got on breakout for this trade, right? I got an entry at the VWAP on the 15-minute. I got my stop loss above 68.2, which is above these wicks, right? Can we try to front run a little bit of a head and shoulders here on the 5-minute? Maybe, right? And then my TP's at 66,780. That's I got 2.5 to 1 trade setup on a short. And if we go back to Market Cipher, or if we go back to Trading View, 1 hour liquidity grab with a green dot. We're getting rejected at VWAP. 15-minute. If we do come back and fill, that means VWAP was tested again. I don't know, man. I know it's like the middle of the range here for that broadening wedge you have.
Yeah. Well, here's an idea. You did put in that liquidation wick on a 1 hour. That looks pretty decent. You have 2 previous highs here that could, you had a high. You had a failed attempt at a second high. That could make a head there. And here's your third attempt, and that could be another shoulder. There you go. Head and shoulder. You got a very good entry at the top of this right shoulder. And this thing comes down, retests its neckline, and goes down to 60K. 63.5. So
then if that's the case, then
it's a good entry, right? But your stop loss will have to be above these wicks. And I don't know, you don't like usually having that deep of a stop loss.
Let's see what that would look like.
Above these wicks,
7.
and especially above the 200 MA of the 1 hour, that will have you about 68,686 stop loss. That's pretty high.
The wheels are turning.
More conservative would be 68,230. I'll draw the trade, see what that looks like. Enter around now. I would like a stop loss up here for certainty. Not certainty, but, more probability of staying in the trade. The biggest risk is getting stopped out and then the trade continuing in your direction right now. So, yeah. So the mini move from the potential head and shoulders can bring you down to 65,200, but that wouldn't give you a good risk reward ratio. You would basically play this potential head and shoulders for
massive dump.
Yeah, for optimum entry, but then take the measured move of this entire broadening wedge on down, which I'll measure that out. So you could technically bring this down to 60,700. And that is a mega 5-to-1. Risk 1, gain 5. That is a trade I would be somewhat interested in. Once again, it would have been better at top of the range. But we are where we are.
Quiet because I'm wrestling with my brain right now.
Yeah.
I got him in a suplex, and it comes back, does a little turnaround thing, and then suplexes me, and then... Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna, my saying always is, never jump on a train going 100 miles an hour. Wait for the next stop. And
Yeah.
this train's going pretty fast, so I'm gonna wait for a bounce. I actually like the 68.2 entry. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in. I'm gonna put my limit order in at 68.2. Let's go 68.199. Okay, so here's what I got. I'm putting this trade out on breakout. Entry 68,200. My position size is a little more than half a Bitcoin, 0.67 Bitcoin. This is a 3-to-1 trade. We're risking 0.73% to make 2%, right? So take profit 66,780. Stop loss 68,700, which is above those wicks we talked about. If I go to the 1 hour time frame here, you can see it's well above this wick. I can actually probably give myself a little better odds. Let's go to 650. Okay, so that's a solid 3.2 to 1 trade on a Bitcoin short. Let's see if I moved it up to a 3/4 of a Bitcoin, what that looks like. $330 to make 1,000. I like this trade. Now, I'm going to put this trade in. I'm going to tell people I'm going to put in this limit order for a Bitcoin short, but I will be ready to pivot if some news comes out that, they accepted a peace plan. So just be prepared. I'm telling you right now, my invalidation to come in and cancel this trade would be any sort of bullish news about the war ending. Okay, so keep that in mind. Those of you that are maybe following and you're like, look, I'm going to do the same thing, and you just completely forget about it and it fills and there was some news that came out, I just want you to be prepared. So I'm going to go ahead and put this limit order in. Okay, so just a little bit of a breakdown here. I am on breakout. I put in a limit short order on Bitcoin for roughly 3/4 of a Bitcoin, or what is that, roughly like $40,000. My entry price is 68.2, and my stop loss is at 68,650. Take profit at 66,788. That is my current trade setup. As the hour candle is looks like it just opened, the new hourly candle. It sure did, and could we see a little bit of a relief rally spike, JP? Because plenty of times when we see, and this could end up being a Morningstar pattern, and this is also on the 1 hour on its own, a little bit of a rising wedge, right? That should break to the downside. So we see this a lot. We see a candle like this on increased volume. You see a massive spike up and then the big dumper to give you that evening star pattern, right? That big solid bodied red candle that signifies, hey, that uptrend is over and we are now looking for more downside. And so my hope is that, but if that happens, I don't think it gets up to 68.2. That's the only thing I'm kind of wrestling with here, JP, is if that were to happen, the scenario I just painted, would it go all the way up to 68,200? Will it go all the way up here?
It could. And the more I'm looking at it, is, you have on the same chart, that 1 hour chart, you see you have somewhat of a double bottom, but you see that the second bottom is lower, right? And then look at the stochastic RSI. The RSI is higher. You got bull div there. And then traditional finance is running for whatever reason. You look at the NASDAQ, I'm looking at the NASDAQ and the S&P side by side, 15-minute chart. You got bull flags, breaking above moving averages, money flow, looking good. Stochastic's a little overworked, but for whatever reason, traditional finance is bullish. Bitcoin is reacting to it. This bull div, everybody's bearish. That's giving me caution. Caution about being too bearish too late.
That's definitely bull div right there.
Right?
Yeah. We'll see. But I do think we get a little more downside. That was a nasty liquidity grab wick there on Bitcoin.
It was, yeah.
So, okay. All right, let's look at the crypto bubbles real quick. You went over liquidity, right?
Yeah, we went over liquidity already. We saw what was there.
Also, I'll be going through the chat. I saw a few requests. We'll try to get through as many requests as we can today. Oh, look, JP, your favorite coin.
Siren, won't it just go away? I'm tired of seeing it, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
River
But
up.
guess what? River man, the river's up. Bro, you're my hero, man. I went from I'll never trade River because I can't win to my boy JP gives me a nice little entry there. And
That's what I'm talking about.
what's funny is, so we were done with the show. We go to the back. There was a little audio issue with the back studio. We're kind of working through that. And then I come back into the main control room, and JP's got his computer, the Mac on one side, the PC on the other side with the actual Mac Mini tied to the thing. He's got charts open here, and I look over, and his Bitunix is open. And it had the River trade. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm still in the trade. I'm like, oh my God, bro, did I miss on it? I come back, I look, I'm like, $780. What? Woo. And it was starting to come down too. Like it printed the first, I think, 15-minute red candle after that big move up.
Yep.
I was like, fuck this shit, bro. I moved my stop loss right up to like right below where the price was. I was like, I don't give a shit. If it keeps going, great. If not, I'll take my $700, which it did. And so, we made money on River yesterday. And that call was given on the show, man.
We were 2 for 2 that day.
We were 2 for 2 that day. What was the other one? Oh, this was my losing streak the other day.
I think it was
Bitcoin short loss. Oh, yeah, that was me. I think I did that on Breakout. But anyways, here's my breakout. Total volume traded in just literally a day, 400,000. My profit is 570, so I'm looking to cash some out of here soon.
Great job, man.
Yeah. And so again, guys, they're doing a badass giveaway. You should join us, have some fun, take a trading test, see if you can get funded. How about this? I got to get it cleared first, but I have an idea for a giveaway to do for the first person that actually gets funded. I think that'd be kind of dope. Okay, let's go back to the crypto bubbles. River up, Night up, Zcash up, Algorand. Why is Algorand up?
Interesting.
Can we look at Algorand, JP?
Yeah, let's look at Algorand.
When was the last time you looked at an Algorand chart?
It's been probably 6 months to a year.
Damn.
Algorand. Because that was one of those big L2s, right?
L1.
It's L1?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look.
Rob
Binance.
thinks this thing's going to come back roaring in the next market cycle.
On the
man.
1 hour, people are speculating, man. Look at that. See?
It's mostly Rob. He said he bought like 100K of this shit.
And let's see, it's not like it was like very bullish recently. Right? It's been going down like everything else. And it's just recently on this 1 hour chart now, breaking trend and heading to the upside. So is that happening in other charts? Solana, no. Ethereum, slightly. So that's a 7 hour. Those are a lot of green candles.
There's like on increasing volume.
A bit overworked. That might almost be a nice short coming there on Ethereum.
You think so?
Look at the RSI.
True.
Look at the money flow
But
going the
volume's
opposite direction.
Volume's increasing.
1, 2, 3, 4 green candles.
Throw on Heikinashi. What does the Heikinashi tell us?
Haikinashi. Let's take a look.
No, the Heikinashi. Got a little, my grandfather was Japanese.
Okay. It's showing still green trend. So
Yeah, but
the idea is when you print the first red one, you start shorting?
no, when you see the wicks below, that trend is coming to an end.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You see, so I'll show you on my chart instead of just trying to talk you through how to.
Yeah, please.
So
Please do.
When we look at, let's go to a Bitcoin 6 hour. These are the Heikinashi candles you want to see for like a solid move, right? These ones right here. No wicks to the downside. Wicks to the upside are fine, but no wicks to the downside. And the theory is, the trading strategy is you enter on the second printed no downside wick green candle for a long. So you get this one, great. This one, you don't really enter because it's got the little wick. Here's your second one. You enter, right? You enter on this open, and that's a 7% move. Same thing for a short. right? You start seeing the trend come to an end. Here you go. You got wick to the downside, then a red candle, then a kind of a doji. Then you have a candle with a wick to the upside, which is not what you want to see on a short. First no wick upside, second no wick upside. You enter on the next candle and you make 7%. So that's a great way, if you use Heiken Ashi, to see, is the trend coming to an end? Here's the 6 hour. 6 hour looks strong. What were we on, JP? Were you on the 2 hour, the 15 minute?
On Ethereum, I was on a 7 hour, believe it or not.
7 hour.
Yeah.
So 7 hour, this is not a strong uptrend. You're getting a bunch of wicks to the downside on all these candles.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess I would be in agreement with you, JP, is even though volume's increasing on ETH, I know I'm on Bitcoin right now, but on ETH, I do think maybe a good opportunity
div on a 2 hour. But I would be careful. I would just do a little more analysis. I wouldn't just hop right in. You got to see what the rest of the market is doing.
How did we go from Algorand to ETH?
I was trying to see if other altcoins were running up the same.
Okay,
Why was Algorand, unless there's some news with Algorand, I don't know.
Probably some...
ALGO. Yep. Yeah, so 3 minute chart. Look at that. But heavy bear div there on a 3 minute. That looks pretty shortable to me. I'm just seeing shorts everywhere, but the money flow disagrees. The money flow said that's a strong bullish trend. But I mean...
Oh, this is why, JP.
Yeah, what is it? Okay, what you got? Bring it up.
Google's quantum paper cites Algorand more than any blockchain outside Bitcoin and Ethereum.
But in what way? In a good way?
In a good way.
Is it the most quantum resistant?
Yeah, that's kind of what they're saying. So Algorand provides an example of real-world deployment of PQC on an otherwise quantum vulnerable blockchain. It launched in 2019. It was Algorand AVM. Algorand supports stateless smart signatures. Algorand is also made Falcon signature. We use change private keys. What is PQC? So here's what Algorand Foundation said. Beyond Bitcoin Ethereum, no blockchain deserves more coverage than Algorand, okay? Cited for live post-quantum deployments across signature, state proofs, key rotation, and smart contracts.
No way.
So everyone was freaking out about the paper, right? The Google paper. The quantum is going to crack Bitcoin by 2029. And then we had this. So that's probably why Algorand, that actually is definitely why Algorand is pumping. As Bitcoin's pumping as well.
Yeah, Bitcoin's pumping, TradFi's
maybe we'll get
pumping.
that 68.2 entry, bro.
Yeah, or maybe the war's ending.
I don't know. I didn't see anything on X.
Yeah.
Someone said raw dog scrolling X is very dangerous, and I agree.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
See
Live.
some weird shit on there. Interesting. Sometimes I'm like, am I on Pornhub or am I on fucking Twitter? Yeah. So anyways, for Algorand, with a big move like this, JP, is there any short setups?
For Algorand?
Yeah.
High risk, but yes, right now on that 5 minute.
Here's the way I look at it, JP. I'm like, okay, Algorand's been doing dick. It has been doing nothing. Nothing. You don't hear news about it. Okay, cool, yeah. So it pumps off of this news. Does this really mean that people are all of a sudden going to say, you know what? Screw Bitcoin, screw Ethereum, screw Solana. I'm going to Algorand because they're quantum proof right now. Are we going to see a massive exodus from those ecosystems into the Algorand ecosystem? If the answer is no, I say we look for a short. My answer is no, so let's look for a short.
Okay, well, with a short, would you prefer it on a small time frame or a larger time frame?
I would prefer it to make me money.
How fast do you want that money?
I want it faster than... I can't say what I want it faster than, but I want it fast, man. I like to go fast. Was that movie Ricky Bobby? Did you see that movie, Ricky Bobby?
Ricky Bobby. I know of it. I can't say I've seen it, man. I'm sorry, I'm not the hugest.
You've never seen Talladega Nights?
I know of it, once again, but no, not at all. Crazy, right?
I'm going to invite you over, bro. We're going to have a movie night.
Please, man.
The bros. We'll invite Rob, too. We'll have him cook for us, bro. That dude cooked me lunch one time. Oh, my God. This fool broke out a 48-ounce tomahawk.
Wow.
I was like, hey, I'm hungry. You're going to feed me? He's like, what do you want, man? He's like, you want tomahawk? I thought I was kidding.
I want that treatment.
Potatoes, tomahawk, Brussels sprouts, salad, onions. I mean, my dude it was great. It was great. Anyways, what we're talking about? Algorand short.
Short and Algorand.
Don't care how fast. I want to make money, preferably fast.
Degenerately on a small time frame.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. 5 minute.
Give me like the 2 second time frame.
2 second. Look how heavy that bear div is. Super heavy.
I'm saying, bro. Let's short the shit out of this thing.
It's Tesla super heavy, but I don't know, man.
You sound scared.
SpaceX.
Are you scared? JP, don't be scared, man.
But you gotta have balls of steel to short this amount of money flow. You have balls of steel?
I got steel. I got 3 of them, bro. Not just 2. I got 3. 3 balls of steel.
Marcus Simon says the trend is strong, but there's clearly a mismatch here.
Volume is.
So
What is that? The 5 minute?
So here we go. Here's your high risk short, 5 minute time frame.
Take it all the way down to 0.
Take it down.
Put your take profit at 0.
All the way at 0. Okay.
kidding.
1,000 to 1. Okay. 3.8. See, it's not gonna go this low, man. I don't know.
It's not going to go that low.
I don't recommend this at all. I don't recommend this, but it will look something like
Your
that.
stop loss too deep, man.
That's too deep?
Hell yeah.
Man, you are risky. Let's see.
I am, bro. I'm a straight up degenerate.
There you go. And then you can bring your take profit not as deep now.
Bring it to
too.
200. What is that?
There you go. Close to a father one.
I'll take it, bro. I'm in. What do we do?
All right. Actually,
By the way, this is David's setup, not JP's. I don't want to tarnish your name on a trade that you
definitely a David setup here.
Wow, you're gonna throw me under the bus, bro?
Hey, you
That's
threw
fucked
yourself
up, man.
under the bus.
You just rolled right through me, bro. You could have stopped that. You could have stopped the bus, gotten out and checked in on me, but you decided to just keep going.
I'm just watching and filming you.
Fucked up.
Ah, man. So if you want to jump under this bus, man, here you go. Entry near the 21 MA. A stop loss above, these previous candles here. That would be at 0.0914. Yeah, just under 10 cents. It looks like.
Man, I think Bitcoin's gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, man. I think this consolidates
To the downside, though, right?
to the sideways.
To the side. To the side.
To the sideways and pump. Or maybe it does, a little falling wedge. I don't know. I don't know, man. Betting against the trend is risky stuff, man, especially on a small time frame.
Yeah, I know, but what's life without some risk, right, JP?
Sure. Let's gamble.
It's a great vote of confidence, man. I'm kidding.
When in doubt, zen it out.
When in
Janet
doubt,
says. I
when
like
in
that.
doubt, sit it out. So I'm trying to find Algorand here on my list. Let me look at the chart. Let me see if
I like the ETH short better, honestly, but
okay. So 1 hour, getting a baby blood diamond here, right? Volume has been increasing on the move up. Money flow is increasing. Fresh red dot on the market cipher B. 4 hour looks intact, but volume is dropping pretty heavily on the 4 hour. It went from a peak of 24.5 million to current at 11 million. So less than half of trading volume. Let's take a look at Heikinashi. Heikinashi tells us this candle actually tells us that this trend is still intact on the 4 hour. Let's look at the 2 hour. Let's throw on Heikinashi. Same thing on the 2 hour. 1 hour, same thing. Lower time frames, 30 minute looks like it's starting to roll over a little bit. Let's go back to the traditional candles. Pretty big move down. No divs we're seeing here. Looks like VWAP is is below and trending further below 0. This one was interesting. What do we have here? Is there any gaps to the downside that we should fill? Let's take a look. Let's bring on Lux Algo here. Okay. We have, these are pretty deep. So 15 minute, I'm looking at, there's a couple gaps all the way down here, but I don't know. If I got in trade, I don't think I'd stay in it for all the way down there. But, here's one. Here's a fair value gap.
okay.
0.883 to 888. So what would that look like, right? Let's say we got in, here, we got out, towards the middle of this, and we had our stop loss above this wick. That would be a 2.78 to 1 trade setup, right? Stop loss above the wick high here, where we saw the highest volume on this 30-minute time frame. Right, it's not like ideally, of course, you kind of want to hear, which is a 1.67 to 1 trade setup. You can bring this thing down all the way to the equilibrium zone, which there is some confluence there with volume. That will give you a 3 to 2 setup, or a 3.2 to 1 setup. If you try to tap in this gap all the way on the bottom, that's a 5 to 1 setup. But I'm not and all jokes aside, I'm not like, I'm seeing signs of this thing starting to roll over, but nothing with confidence that tells me that, hey, just jump into the trade right now. The trend is up, obviously, but I just, man, when we see a coin like this just run off of a piece of news, JP, from my experience, man, we just consistently see it just give it all back. It just give it all back.
Agreed,
right?
agreed.
Now, the question then becomes, where can you try to find, where can you get in closest to the top? That's the question. Let me ask you a question, JP. Based on your analysis, does it look like that the top is in on this run? Anything you see? I know, you typically look for those big wicks to the upside, right?
Yeah, I do.
So, well, like, what do you see? Can you also look at liquidity on Algorand?
Yeah, let's see if they have that. Yeah, let's see if they have that.
I think they should, but.
And I'm also looking at the 1 hour chart here on Algorand. Look at that big red wick.
Oh, the 1 hour has that wick, huh?
I like that one. Red dot.
Yeah, you're right.
Double top on RSI. That looks more shortable to me. Just put a stop loss above the wick and ride it all the way back down.
Stop loss above the wick.
Just see what that looks like. Play with that while I go see if I have a liquidity chart for it. Let's see. ALGO. Come on, Algorand. Do a little research here. It doesn't look like I have a liquidity chart.
On Algorand?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a liquidity chart. ALGO. Why not?
Okay. Well, that's how relevant it is, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Wow, they got Sonic, but not Algorand?
We should look at HBAR. And also, I did a little ChatGPT kind of research here on, out of the top 100, what are the most quantum resistant coins? Some of these coins might run right now. Number 1, Algorand. Number 2, Zcash. Zcash was running today. That was in the crypto bubbles.
That's very true.
Hedera, HBAR. We should take a look. I have a liquidity chart for that.
Okay.
They got Ethereum here. Number 4, really? Cardano, Polkadot, Avalanche, Cosmos, Tezos.
It's the revival of the Dino coins, baby.
Near. Bitcoin is all the way down at number 11. And surprisingly, they put Solana at number 17. I could have sworn they were a little bit more preparing at least for quantum.
But JP, here's the thing. And look, I'm not a developer. I'm not a software engineer. I'm not a tech guy, right? But I would assume that a lot of these will do, updates, upgrades, or hard forks to become quantum resistant.
Yeah.
But Algorand number 1, huh?
Interesting. But I mean, are people using Algorand? And like, where is it on the top 100?
Algorand on the shit.
Let's get coin market cap.
Algorand is. Where is Algorand? Did I go too far?
Algorand number 60, 61. How developed is the ecosystem?
Ugh.
How efficient is the blockchain? How fast is the blockchain? We don't talk about this enough, but the transactions per second, I think, is important. How fast the blocks are solved. I'm sorry, are executed. How fast can you send money?
Here, I got this from ChainSpect pulled up. This is in real time, by the way. Right now, real time TPS 1 hour. Let's see if we can go to 1 day. 1 day. Solana, ICP. What the hell is Fogo? BNB, Tron, Polygon, Stellar, Base, Aptos, Near, Say. What are we looking for? Algorand? Algorand, 8.58 transactions per second. Current, right now. Max TPS theoretical is 9,300. That's not even, SWE boasts 120K per second.
Exactly.
Near posts 1 million per second. Theoretical. ICP 209K per second.
Yes, I think you got to balance that with security, quantum resistant. Eventually, Bitcoin will not be the #1 blockchain, I believe, in the future. It's the first. Just because it's the first doesn't mean it's the best.
True.
All right? There's going to be a replacement. Somebody's going to flip Bitcoin. Who's that going to be? It's going to need to be quantum resistant, obviously. It's going to need to be fast, efficient, and have a good ecosystem. I was thinking that was going to be Solana, but I don't know. It could be Algorand.
Apparently, New Type Trader said Fogo is a Solana L2. I thought Solana didn't need L2s, man.
Good point.
But all jokes aside. Okay, I'm going to give some love to the chat here, man. Shout out to all of you in here. We got 91 viewers. Let's crack 100, bro. Let's crack 100 viewers here. Our goal is to get the trading show higher than the live show in the morning. That's our goal.
Okay.
So I think we're averaging like 120 to 150, sort of. So that's our goal. So share the stream. Get all your favorite people in here, people that like to trade. Now, a lot of people are coming back. Janet's Pop is here all the time. SoFlow Angler's here all the time. D Jenny. I've seen Society Sent in here. Said hot mic moment. Lovely. Yeah, I was fixing
Awesome.
an invoice for a client.
That was the audio guy's fault. Me, when I'm in the studio and not behind the board, that can happen. So I take responsibility for that.
No, that wasn't even
The hot mic
it's not a big
moment.
deal. It's Rob and I, we learned very quickly in the very beginning of our careers here that we should always assume the mics are hot. Always.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've said anything that if I was a hot mic would be. Actually, I probably have.
Yeah.
That would have been canceled probably. Anyways, said just you and Karen. Nothing. It's actually Corinne. I have it saved incorrectly on my phone, but her name is Corinne, not Karen. Actually, very nice lady. Sorry about the echo and the reverb in the beginning. We got that figured out though fairly quickly. Leroy, welcome back, Leroy. How you doing? Dad Bot Hustle, said back in here. French Toaster's in here as well. There was a couple, so ICP might go to 0, said Crypto Stevo. I don't know about 0, but I don't know. I think it needs a pretty big catalyst. Dadbot Hustle said Tau in a falling wedge over the last week. What do you guys think happens?
Ooh, I like falling wedges.
By the way, man, I put out a dope ass video yesterday. People always talking about, they want to make money in crypto and crypto scam. I fucking put out a 28-minute banger. It's got 1,000 views.
Anger.
So if you haven't watched it, go watch it, man. Share it with your friends. Thank you.
All right, let's look at Tau. Look at that 4-hour falling wedge. That's a bull flag.
Give me a long, bro. Right now.
Look at the green dot. The RSI is on the floor. That looks amazing.
Are you gonna this time, JP? Are you gonna stop and pick it up from the floor? Or are you gonna keep walking by it?
I'm gonna pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Back on the scene. Okay. Yeah. Falling wedge.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
From your experience, is there anything that you see on a chart prior to it breaking out where you're like, I think it's gonna pop? Is there any metrics you look at? Any indicators you like to lean on? Because sure, you can wait till it breaks out and then confirmed retest you mentioned,
Yeah.
right? But is there anything that you look at, maybe on Market Cypher or the Stokes or anything else where you're like, this thing looks like it's about to break out of its wedge?
Usually it's the green dot for me and the low Stokes curving up, honestly. And I also love the wick to the downside, which we don't have right now, actually.
You think we see one more flush?
It could. Look at this candles, it's encountering resistance right here in the pattern. We're still in the pattern. But I would say stochastics, especially on a high time frame. I really like I like to use the stochastic indicator a lot. The higher the time frame, the more accurate the signal. This is a 4-hour, extremely accurate. Let's zoom out. I also like when we bounce off previous resistance. I guess that would be right here. Let's draw a nice horizontal. And bam, you see that? SR flip, support resistance flip in action. I like that. If you're bullish on Tau, because honestly, it's been running up. That was my only concern with trading Tau more recently because of the huge run up.
Yeah.
but there's your entry.
It needed a cool off for sure.
It did need to cool off. There's your entry.
What does that fib look like if we were to draw it, JP?
Okay, let's see. Give me the fib. Okay, and so there's a debate here where you would do it from. Maybe right here from the breakout and to the top of the wick. I include the wicks with my fib. That gives you just about a perfect 618. Look at that. 618 golden pocket retracement. You would expect some type of bounce there.
You know what sounds dope to me, JP, is a liquidation wick down to the 786?
That would be excellent.
Or is it 768 or 786?
It's 786.
786, okay.
Yep, 78.6%.
And then bounce right in and then just take off, right?
That will really get me enticed here.
What's that level, by the way? 786 to
288.8. 288.8.
I was born December 8 in 88.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
It's a sign I'm putting in a long
Maybe that's
order
your
right
number.
now.
Put in that limit order.
Putting a long limit order right now, JP.
Highly considering this trade, too.
Hold up.
I
Wait
like
a minute.
it a lot.
Something ain't right.
TradFi is bullish. I expect Bitcoin to keep moving.
288.88. We getting in. We throwing the whole load in there, baby. 100%. It's just $1,300. And then we have TP. Let's find a TP level here on BitTensor. Let me pull up my chart. JP, also, if there's any TP levels that you're kind of eyeing, stop loss
Yeah, I
levels.
might as well set up a trade, too. Let's do it.
You like that? Do you like that? Yeah, I mean, look, JP, I just pulled up my chart. I had that fib drawn as well. I had mine low of 263.50. But I do think if this happens, it's going to be a wick. I don't think it's going to be a close 4-hour green dot, as JP mentioned. A yellow X on the 1 hour, though. So we probably will see that dump. Stokes are pretty overbought on the 1 hour.
Yeah, please show me that. Oof. Look at the money flows. So the money flow is decreasing, more red, but the VWAP is actually increasing.
So there's a divergence there, right? Something's got to give.
There's a fight. There's a tug of war.
And I think the give is going to be one more bullshit ass flush down. We get tapped in and then we come back. And I think on the way back, JP, I want to take, let's see what profit looks like at 306. So TP 306, stop loss. I mean, if we're pretty much nailing the bottom here, dude. Like, where do we put our stop loss? I think having a tight stop loss is not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm taking a look here.
So we're getting in a 786. I mean, let me go to the 8 hour, or not the 8 hour, the 2 hour. Maybe below here at 283.13. What does that look like? 283.13. 3-to-1 trade.
The numbers sound good.
I'm good with that 3-to-1 trade.
Good.
All right, I'm good with that.
Let's see. Is there a way to make this an even bigger trade? What are you doing?
Wait,
God?
306. That's not my. Oh, I was like, what? Okay, so here's the limit order I got into on Tau. Limit entry at $288.88. By the way, disclaimer: if we do get to this level, not only will I be entering this long, but I will be buying spot Tau as well. Just to give you guys a heads up.
Ooh, I like it.
And then stop loss at 283.13 with my take profit at 306. So come back up, retest this. Looks like this 21-day MA. Make $600, call it a day, man. And then just to kind of peek back into Bitcoin, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do, bro. Look at that. Remember I was talking about a VWAP projection on the 15-minute?
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? VWAP projected at the 15-minute time frame on Bitcoin.
I think Bitcoin is going to run up. It's going to run up.
Yeah? What are you seeing on your chart? You think Bitcoin's going to run?
Well, it's what I'm seeing on traditional finance.
Okay.
And I'm still setting up this Tau trade. I'm actually doing a slightly different trade from you.
Okay.
Can you just give me your entry? I want to do your same entry, but I'm going to zenify it a little bit.
Okay. 288.88.
Okay.
Zenify.
288.88. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the very sentimental number there for
Very
you.
sentimental.
Okay. My stop loss is going to be way down here. I'm playing a bigger like type of, I don't know what this is, cup and handle. You'll see. It's a little different.
Damn, bro, 240?
Yeah, and is that the all-time high?
All-time high is like $700.
Oh, way up. Okay, no. Okay. All right. Yeah, what am I doing over here? What are you doing?
I think we're doing cycle high.
What are you doing? All right. And then there's a very little amount here. $500 for 2,600. What's the math on that? Entry price 288.88. Okay.
5 to 1.
5 to 1. I kind of like that math. $500, 528 to make 2,600 with the same entry as you, but just a much deeper stop loss, literally under the 200 MA on the one day.
Oh, you're on 20x lev. I'm on. Who would have thought JP's got more leverage than David here?
Actually, I don't like 20x lev.
I'm on 8x leverage.
Let's up the lev. Actually, what is this M-Master doing? Why would he use more leverage? Because I can use less of my capital.
Okay, fine. I'm with you. What are we doing here?
I actually like that much better. And it's the same trade. So check this out. It's the same exact trade. Look, I'm actually risking less now. $509 to make $2,500 there with on 50x lev. And so basically my margin is going to be lower now. But I'm on cross margin, so my entire account is going to be exposed more to the price fluctuation. But it's okay because my stop loss is way above my liquidation at just $500 loss. Now this is good for my account size. This may not be good for your account size. So not financial advice, first of all, but we likely don't have the same account size. So you need to scale your trade based on your account size. Okay, with a 5 to 1. If you're gonna do this trade,
you know what, bro? I'm gonna a little unzenify your trade. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 50x,
open long,
50x, 288.88 is my entry. Stop loss at 266. TP at 428. 300 to make 20. 300 to make 17. That's a 5.5 to 1.
Okay, I like the numbers.
And you would be proud of me, JP. That's
like
only
the numbers.
6% of my portfolio.
Okay, that's fine.
Just say you don't like it, man.
No. That's fine because I'm sure that's not your entire net worth. So 6% would be fine.
It's not. I got like 3 or 4 different accounts.
Now, traditionally, they say you should only risk 1% of your account, which is true in the most conservative sense. But as long as it's not your only account.
Unless 1% of your account is like $2, then at that point you just might as well just try to do a prop firm or something.
Yeah.
So Tau 266. Let's take a look. Now I just kind of randomly threw that number out there.
Well, I just hope we get tapped in, but I'm not going to stress it.
What does 241 look like? What did you have yours at? 230?
Which my stop loss?
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm on a bigger time frame on a daily, and I have it at 240.99.
Let's go 464. $311. That's not bad. Let's go 474.
What's also nice on this time frame is that the 21 MA may catch up to price. It's just getting the golden cross right now on a daily. That's a pretty bullish sign.
On Tau?
On Tau.
Do you think we even get the entry, bro?
We might not, but I don't know. We kind of got to be patient, right? As volatile as things are, I mean, we may.
Okay. All right. So entry at 288.88. I got my take profit at 474, and I got my stop loss at 246. And so that's I'm risking. What am I risking? 270 to make $1,200 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 270 to make 1180.
I like it.
That's a good trade. And then for Bitcoin, still waiting to get tapped in. We'll see. Will we tap in? Maybe. I do have a fairly tight stop loss here as well. This trade is a I think it was a 4-to-1 trade setup on 3/4 of a Bitcoin. So roughly 40 some odd $1,000. So,
Okay.
oh, someone was asking for DYDX.
DYDX. Is that, let's see. Okay, I see it. It's
like
Binance.
Yeah, it's like a, it's an exchange. It's like a decentralized exchange.
Yeah, you got somewhat of just rising wedge, rising channel here on the 4-hour.
Hold up. Someone said, Rob, what made you not use Ichimoku Cloud? Bro, who's Rob?
They're calling you Rob.
Ain't nobody Rob here.
No.
The disrespect is crazy, man. Insane.
Any particular time frame you guys want to see these coins? Because, I mean, it's just all over the place. It kind of depends on, you know, how patient you are. And if you're, you know, spot buying, if you're leverage trading on the small time frames. I see a big old double bottom that kind of played out here on the 1 hour. Big old double bottom broke past the neckline and now in profit. I see it running up. I see it as a little bit late for that trade. Let's look at a even bigger time frame. There's a break of trend for sure. A change of character, as they say, on a 4-hour. I would be looking for a retest. I wouldn't be buying this parabolic up move because these usually break down. Yeah, but it looks good. So here's the 7-hour. Broke above the 200 MA. You have the golden cross, the 21 crossing my 200 MA. That's a nice bullish move, but what you want to see now is some type of flag. If you're going to trade this, wait for a flag. Wait for consolidation. You know, the 21 catches up. Your flag and touch. Money flows in the green. And then you could long that. But I just wouldn't buy it right now. I wouldn't trade it bullishly right now. You wait for some consolidation. The short is more likely if you absolutely must trade this on a small time frame.
Trade it, man.
I gotta trade it. I got rent to pay. I would short this if you wanted to trade it right now. I would long it if you're a bit more patient. Uniswap, is that still a thing?
Yeah. I was going to ask you where your long entry would be on DY.
Okay. I was looking at
200 looks like a pretty good spot there. I don't know what time frame you were just on, but
those are very small time frames. That was a 5-minute. So I still went long this, although, you know, it is somewhat, you know, kind of giving a bull pennant here. I don't like the money flow sliding. I don't like the lower high on the RSI. It looks like this is ready to short.
lower high.
Lower high. Yes, yes. Zombie Fish says, still have a portion of my long on Bitcoin from 65,100. Was looking for a short. Was looking for a short buy. Took a scalp long until I'm ready to short. Longing until shorting. You got to be very careful with that, I'll say. Very advanced move. But it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
If you're waiting for it to go up, might as well long it on the way up. I think you like that. Very much your style.
Feel attacked, man. I think that'll do it for the show, man.
Oh, man.
That'll do it for the show today. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Also want to give a big thank you to our channel sponsors, Tangem and Breakout Prop. Guys, remember the giveaway we're doing on Breakout? First person to get to a payout, you'll get a free 25K account. And then we'll do 2 other drawings as well for 2 10K accounts. So try it out, man. It's pretty dope. And you guys saw me trading yesterday. I hit on 3 trades yesterday. Made like $600. And so I've made my eval fee 3 times over already. And it's been a day and a half. So free rolling everything right now. Anything else you want to talk about? Or you want to final send-off words?
You know, just happy, safe trading out there. Be zen. Don't be emotional. Be open-minded. You know, make some money. And Bitcoin looks like it's going to run based on the traditional finance. Be careful out there. Or it could be a fake out. Be very careful on the small time frames. I just got to say that.
Yep. And I'm still got my limit short order set on breakout.
All right.
68.2. And if it does get up there, I don't think it's going to hit my stop loss. Anyways, thank you guys very much. See you tomorrow. Peace.